Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at how you take the breath away when they gaze at you. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. We have 3 piles to choose from. Keep your person in mind when picking a pile. So for the first pile, we have the crystal Howlite with the rebel in the reverse. For pile 2, we have strawberry obsidian with the little star. And for pile 3, we have blue howlite with the strong woman. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is standing out to you the most, and that will be your pile for today. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose this Howlite crystal and the rebel in the reverse, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how you take their breath away when they gaze at you. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. So I'm going to pull 2 cards from, well, I already have one, just another card from the Britney Spears oracle, and then I'm going to use some tarot, and then I'll see if I use more oracle cards later on. I just kind of want to go with the flow and see what happens. So yeah, I might use another oracle deck, I might not. Let's just see. So, spirit guides of pile number 1, how they take their breath away, the person on their mind's breath away, when they gaze at pile number 1. Okay, so you actually have 2 cards. So we have the Dancer and we have the Cusp. So I find it quite interesting that all these cards have a purplish hue. This one kind of looks pinkish purple. This may be my intuitive pile, or you may resonate with the color purple in some way. And the color purple to me always reminds me of royalty, because in the olden days, I think that purple was very hard to find when it came to clothing. Very rare to make or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So only like the well-off people had it, so it is associated to royalty in some way. Maybe this person sees you as their queen or king. Maybe there's something about like wanting to treat you like a princess or a prince in some way. And you could also be very intuitive and spiritual. Maybe your spiritual wisdom and intuitive wisdom takes their breath away in some way, okay? I also feel as though with the rebel being in the reverse, there is something about you. Okay, before you met this person, you may have been extremely independent, self-sufficient. You may have been associated with that rebel archetype where you sort of don't conform to what society says you should do. Maybe you're a really unique person, and that takes their breath away that they found somebody so unique. There's no one like you, and that's something they really wanted in a relationship. Maybe your relationship is very unique, not like other people's. But it seems as though ever since they've met you, you've kind of let go of that side of you a little bit, where you've become a lot less, not independent, but it's sort of like you're not rebelling as much anymore. You've become a lot more maybe traditional. I'm not sure what word I want to use, but I hope I'm making sense. Spirit, give me a way to describe this. So let's just say Spirit is taking me back to maybe when you were single, because most of you are probably asking about a romantic partner or a romantic interest. So Spirit is showing me that song, All My Single Ladies, All My Single Beyonce, and like very independent people before you got into a relationship, like focusing on you, Maybe even the thought of, doing little things for a person kind of made you cringe a little bit. But when you got into a relationship with this person, your whole demeanor changed. You went from being this independent, self-sufficient rebel to being this person that, does things for this person when they ask, to being somebody extremely maternal or nurturing or paternal in some way, where it's kind of like you're nurturing them, you're doing little things for them. If I can explain this in example, think of All My Single Ladies Beyonce to I'm a cater for you Beyonce. It goes from that energy to that energy. I don't know why Spirit is using Beyonce songs as an example, but that is the sort of vibe they're showing me. So now you're sort of catering to this person and their needs, and you don't mind doing so because they do the same for you. And it is a beautiful connection where, things have changed a little bit. Also, since she is wearing lingerie here, your person does find you quite sexy, regardless of your gender, even if you're a man watching or non binary watching. This person just finds you so sexy, so attractive in some way. There's something about your body that takes their breath away every time. It's like I see them constantly wanting to touch you, and not just in sexual ways, but touching your arms, I see this cozy feeling where it's like I constantly want to be cuddled up next to you. Your hugs are amazing to this person. So I feel that in this person's energy, and that takes their breath away because they never thought they'd have a love like so soothing and comfortable and cuddly, like that type of wholesome type of feeling. Also, with the dancer here, you don't necessarily have to be a dancer to resonate with this, but you could be creative in some way. Maybe your creative skills or potential takes this person's breath away when they gaze at you, maybe in the way that you dress up. Maybe creativity could be the way you do certain things. It doesn't necessarily have to be just art. Or it could be, you being very energetic, moving your body around a lot, being very active because dance can be a movement of some kind. I'm not really sure what it is. It could be either or of those if you resonate with that. So if you're a very active person as well, that takes their breath away that you're able to do so much. Or dancer could relate to talents of some kind or a gift of some kind that you have that you're so good at. And they're in awe that every time you do this, they see how talented or gifted you are. With the cusp here, I was seeing a Rubik's Cube. You have many different sides to you. You're a very multidimensional person, and that takes their breath away because every time they gaze at you, it's like, which person am I gonna get today? But not in a bad way, but it keeps things exciting. You have an exciting, dynamic personality, but you're not boring, you're not bland. There's an extra little bit of spice to your personality, and that definitely takes their breath away every time they gaze at you because they never know what you're going to say or what you're going to do next. You're very unpredictable, but in the best possible way, where it doesn't get boring or bland being with you. That is what I see here. So, how they take their person's breath away when they gaze at pile number one. How does a person, how do pile number ones take their breath away when they gaze at pile number one? So we have the Nine of Swords and we have the Fool. What takes their breath away is they'd never want to lose you. The thought of losing you takes their breath away in more of an anxious way. When you get anxiety and you feel like you can't breathe, the thought of losing you or living a life without you would not be a good thing to this person. They would really feel your absence. They see themselves only being with you. And even if there are some things to be healed within your connection, they do want to work on it and heal it with you so that they never have to try to move on from you, because they feel as though they can't live a life without you. They would never be able to forget you. And because you're so stuck in this person's heart, that takes their breath away in an anxious way of like, I love this person so much. What if I lose them? I'll never be able to let go of them or move on from them. I don't even want to start over without them because I want to live my life with them. I don't want somebody else. So I see them thinking that, and that takes their breath away in more of an anxiety way. Next, we have the Page of Wands. So, with the Fool here and the Page of Wands, I do see that you're a very free spirited person. Like I said, you have that rebellious spirit, but that has almost calmed down since you've engaged with this person, or, met this person or dated this person. It's kind of like that has calmed down a little bit, but you're a very adventurous soul, very free spirited. You love to take risks. You're very bold in a way where you maybe do some things that this person's afraid of doing. This person looks at themselves and thinks they have so much fear, but you're sort of just putting yourself out there, doing the things you've always wanted to do, doing the things you're passionate about. And that takes this person's breath away because every time they gaze at you, they see you doing something that gets you outside of your comfort zone. Even if you try something new and you're not really good at it yet, you don't really seem like you have a lot of fear. You kind of just seem like that courageous person that just, does it anyway. And I'm seeing Nike just do it in my mind's eye. So with the Page of Wands here, you're also a very optimistic person. Maybe you look at the future with more so an optimistic view than an anxious view, or at least you try to, even if you do have anxiety. And that sort of rubs off on this person a little bit, where they start to look at things in a more positive perspective. And, sometimes their anxiety fights it and is like, no, what if the worst possible outcome happens? But then they see you doing that. And it sort of brings them hope that, maybe they can view things in a more positive, optimistic outlook in terms of the future instead of the worst possible outcome. So, since you're so optimistic and cheerful and, creative and passionate in some way, that energy sort of rubs off on them, where it's like, how did I find a person like you? You're amazing. You're my reminder that, I can do the things I've always wanted to do. You're my reminder that I can be brave, that I can, be optimistic, that I don't have to worry, So I feel like they look at you and see all those traits you have and sort of want to become more like you. They admire those traits you have, and that's why it takes their breath away every time they gaze at you. It's less about the physical appearance, but more so about remembering who you are as a person and those qualities and traits you have that they admire so much. What else? We have the Emperor. Let me do this. The Emperor. The Five of Pentacles. What takes this person's breath away every time they gaze at you is the fact that you don't look at them or just love them for superficial reasons. You see the soul aspect of them. You're not just, okay, let's say this person had to one day go broke. It's like they know you wouldn't leave them. They never have to worry about that. Or let's say there are much more handsome or prettier people in the world than this person. They know you're not going to leave them for someone more handsome, richer, or prettier, or whatever. It's kind of like you just accept them as who they are. You don't look at them in a superficial perspective or love in a superficial perspective. You look at the soul, the personality, the love there, and you look at love from such a pure perspective that this person just trusts you. That sometimes they're scared of you losing you, but they never ever worry that you'll leave them or that you will betray them or anything like that. They can fully trust you. And this person has often felt insecure about these things, like, one day if I meet a person, will they leave me because of this or this and this? But you've never ever made them feel insecure about those things. You've always reassured them, or even if they don't ask for reassurance, you reassure them with your words anyway, with what you've said and shown them through your actions. So, how they take their breath away when they gaze at pile one. Two of Wands. It's kind of like this feeling of, I wouldn't want anybody but you, even if there were other options available. I only want you. And the sort of feeling of the fact that this person only has eyes for you, it takes their breath away because they never thought they'd be this in love with somebody. We have the Queen of Wands. They never thought this is how good it could possibly get because, like I said, this person has a tendency to look at things from the worst possible outcome. Maybe when they were single, they were like, I'll never find anybody that will love me for me. But then they actually found the best possible outcome, and now they're starting to believe that maybe good things can actually happen to us. Maybe there is hope for something better. We have the King of Swords. To come, like a better outcome. So you are quite sexy to this person, definitely. And I feel like they always tell you that or express to you how attracted they are to you. They always try to, compliment you and make you feel good about yourself, and so do you. Like your compliments to this person make them feel so confident and good about themselves, where it almost erases any insecurity they have or doubt they have about themselves. But you also have a beautiful soul as well. It's like this person doesn't just see the physical, but they see the soul element of you, and vice versa. So the fact that you're on the same page there about how you see the love and how you think of the love really gets to them in a way, really makes their heart sort of go bigger. I'm seeing clairvoyantly. It's like you make their heart expand in a way, and their heart overflow with love and just this gratitude for having a person like you. So this person is glad you're on the same page. It is 1222 on the clock, and the High Priestess is at the back of the deck. So what I take from that is this person just feels this deep knowing, like that this feels like I'm meant to be with you right now. It feels like I'm meant to walk this path with you. It feels like more the soulful type of love than just a superficial surface level type of love. Now I'm going to pull your oracle cards. So spirit guides of pile number one, spirit guides of pile number ones, how they take their breath away when they gaze at pile one, Apophyllite, Jupiter, and curiosity. So often you take their breath away because with Jupiter here, it's like they feel so lucky to be with you. Jupiter is the planet of luck, expansion, growth. So this person feels as though they are expanding as a person, growing as a person the more they're with you. It's not just the love and the romance, but they actually feel like you influence them in the best possible way, where you're growing together. You're becoming the people you want to be together. They feel just lucky that they have a person like you. And they're also curious, as to if you feel the same way, if you feel like you're lucky to be with them, if you feel like you see you two growing further and expanding your connection to something further or not. So I think this person sees a future with you, and they're wondering if you see them the same way in terms of everything I've mentioned. We have Rose Quartz, Venus, and empathy. And we have hematite, root chakra, and culmination. This person sees themselves having stability with you, longevity with you. You make them feel secure. And it almost feels like this intense love they have for you, but also a lot of empathy and love and romance you have for each other. And just the type of love you have sort of takes their breath away every time they gaze at you, because you're a reminder that true love can exist. That's what I just heard clairaudiently, so that's actually so cute. Oh, and with the root chakra here, it's like this person sees longevity with you. You make them feel secure. You make them feel like I can live a life with you. This I see as like stability. We have stability together. The more we're together, the more our relationship builds into something bigger. And yeah, that is what I definitely see here. So, this is your reading pile number 1. This is how you take their breath away when they gaze at you and why you do. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 2s. If you chose the strawberry obsidian crystal and the little star, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how you take their breath away when they gaze at you. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please consider hitting the subscribe button if you like tarot content and if you want to stay up to date with what I post daily. So we're going to start out with we're going to have 2 cards from the Britney Spears Oracle, then we're going to get some tarot, then after that we're going to get some more Oracle cards. So let's see what you have here. Spirit Guides of Pile number 2. Spirit Guides of Pile number 2. May we please tap into the energies of the person on their mind and how they take their breath away when they gaze at Pile 2. So you have 2 cards. We have the Masterpiece in the reverse. We have the Fashionista in the reverse. So the one thing about you, and I'm not saying this as an insult, but I'm saying this from a place of love because this person sees it from a place of love. There's always going to be somebody that is maybe prettier than us, more handsome than us. There's always going to be somebody that's more talented, that is more creative, that is richer than us, more popular than us, whatever it is. Like, there's always going to be someone we can sort of compare ourselves to. And this person sees you as a masterpiece that is a work in progress. So even though you may not fully see yourself as perfect, you may not fully see yourself as that it girl, it boy, whatever, like, you may not see yourself as perfect in some way, but this person loves you as you are, even as you're still busy working on yourself and busy creating this masterpiece that you are, because even though you're not perfect, you're still working on yourself. You're improving certain aspects of you in your life. Your inner beauty shines through, and you are also externally very beautiful. But you may have not, or handsome, but you may have not always felt like there's just something about you that stands out. You may have had a lot of this feeling of comparing yourself to others. And this person doesn't want to ever see you compare yourself because you are as perfect as you can be in this person's eyes. Like I said, you are a masterpiece that is still a work in progress. But, striving for perfection can sometimes be boring. Even with all of us have flaws in some way, all of us have baggage in some way. Even with all of that, you are as perfect as you can be. And that is how this person's viewing you. That is what takes their breath away. The fact that you're continuously working on yourself. And when you work on you, when you grow as a person, like I said, that inner beauty shines through. And yes, you may be very externally beautiful or handsome, but it makes you even more beautiful. It shines through in your aura, right? I don't know if you've ever seen people that are extremely handsome or sexy or attractive or beautiful, but they have an ugly personality and it just makes them ugly. That is what I'm talking about. You can have a beautiful heart and then that shines through externally. Okay, so that is what this person sees about you. With the little star here, I'm picking up on different energies here, right? So This explains Britney when she was still little and she was like singing, but I'm taking it in a different way, right? So I'm taking it like either some of you could be very small or petite, and it's sort of like you're little in stature and demeanor, but you have so much power within you. You have so much potential within you. Or I also see this energy of like sometimes we feel so small. We feel like, we're just a little speck of dust on this earth. Like, what is important about me? What is, yeah, like what is important about me, but you don't see how bright you are, like how bright you shine to the whole world. You may just see yourself as a small speck of dust, but little do you realize that the small speck of dust is in the whole universe is a star that shines bright, where even from the other side of the world, we can see this little star. And the star can grow bigger and bigger and bigger the more you work on yourself and reach your potential. So, this person sees a lot of potential within you, and they see all your greatness and what you are about to become. But even not just comparing you to who you are right now and the future version of you, you're good enough as you are right now. It's about seeing that potential within you. It's about seeing how bright you shine. And even if you don't feel like you make that much difference in the world, you make so much difference in this person's life and the people you love's lives. Like, you have no idea how much influence you have there, how much love you bring into their lives, how much appreciation and gratitude the people you love have for you, not just your person. So I'm seeing that message. Others of you, I see this message where maybe this person can see themselves having kids with you. They can see themselves having a mini them or a mini you running around, almost like having parts of your personality, and they sometimes giggle about it to themselves or like smile about it to themselves. Like, I can just imagine a mini me or mini you running around causing havoc. And we have the Space Princess at the back of the deck, so I feel like you're very unique and unconventional, very much like Aquarius energy showing through for some of you. Your uniqueness and your little quirks about you make this person so happy. Like, they don't just want anybody that's just normal. Like, they love those little quirks about you, your uniqueness, even weirdness. Like, not in a bad way, but this person feels like you guys can be weird and silly together, and it's just like you have this friendship as well going on where it's just like we can be silly together and there is no judgment. You make this person almost feel like a kid again on a playground, and that's what I'm also picking up from the little star. So now let's take a look at the rest of your tarot cards. Also, you're very sweet to this person since you chose the strawberry obsidian crystal. Strawberries also relate to romance and love. This person has so much love for you. They see how much you shine. So even if you don't feel that great about yourself sometimes, not just like looking in the mirror wise, but I mean like, sometimes for me, for example, I get insecure and I'm like, am I even really good at what I do? Like, there's probably so many people that are good at what they do. What do I have to offer? Like, sometimes we have thoughts about ourselves like that, and this person doesn't ever want you to think like that or compare yourself like that. And if you resonate with this, then this is definitely your pile. So, spirit guides of pile number twos, spirit guides of pile number twos. How they take the person on their mind's breath away when they gaze at pile two. So we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Ace of Wands. This person is very physically attracted to you. They find you very sexy with the Ace of Wands. It's almost like a challenge to not express how much you turn them on in a way. Because the Ace of Wands is a very sexual card, right? Knight of Cups is also a lot of romance this person feels towards you. So it's almost like the feelings you bring out in them take their breath away because they never thought they would have this much of a capacity to love someone in their heart as much as they do to you. Next, we see the World here. You bring so much peace into their life. You help them grow as a person too. The more you grow on your own individual journey, the more this person is inspired to grow too. And you motivate them to become a better person. And that is a very good thing to see in a connection because it's not just about romance anymore, but about your growth individually and together as a couple. And with the Nine of Wands here, it's sort of like even though sometimes the growth is challenging, it's hard to grow. Just like when the butterfly comes out of its cocoon, it's a little bit of a struggle as it's becoming the butterfly. But after that challenge subsides, you're both rebirthing. Rebirthing and growing isn't easy, but it's necessary for our evolvement. Otherwise, we'll stay stuck and stagnant in one place. And we're meant to grow as people. So you help this person come outside of their comfort zone. You help them grow as a person. And it's like even when there's challenges in your connection, it helps you to grow together and grow stronger together. And you bring so much peace into their life, not problems. And that's also something they love about you that takes their breath away because often it's very hard to find somebody that just brings you peace and doesn't just bring you problems into your life, you know? Six of Pentacles. So your generosity towards this person and you only having eyes for them and making them feel so seen and understood. They never feel misunderstood by you. That takes their breath away because you just see them fully for who they are and you just, like, you embrace them and accept them as they are and they do that for you too. But you're also so generous with your love towards them that takes their breath away. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like what takes this person's breath away, as I look at the Four of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, I'm hearing a Christmas song in my mind. How does it go again? Oh no, I'm wrong. I don't know why I thought it was a Christmas song because I was hearing in my mind like almost like a Christmassy vibe. I don't know if Christmas is just significant. Christmas songs in general are significant, like Mariah Carey songs. But then I'm hearing If I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys, but I heard it like almost like in a Christmas jingle, if that makes sense, in my mind. So in the song, she says something along like the lines of some people live for the fortune, some people live for the pain, the fame, the power. Some people think the physical things define what's within, so full of the superficial. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all if I ain't got you, baby. So it talks about, how I'm kind of hearing this person think in their mind, I could have all the money in the world, anything I want in the world on a silver platter, but nothing would make me as fulfilled as your love does. So I heard it like that in my mind with that kind of song, but in like a Christmas sort of melody. I don't know why I thought of Mariah Carey because they don't sound similar at all. But I think I was just mixing it up because I was also hearing it. So sometimes I hear different things at once with the visions and the clairaudience, and then I was hearing it like in Ariana Grande's voice when she did those covers of like Christmas songs. I don't know if she did covers of Christmas songs. I think I'm just confusing you now, but there's something about Christmas songs coming up. Anyways, I think now I'm going to take a look at your oracle cards. There's something about you just caring for this person so deeply, and your love is genuine, and they just appreciate that. They just feel very fulfilled by that, where nothing else could possibly fulfill them like you do. So, spirit guides of pile number 2, spirit guides of pile number 2s. Okay, you already have cards. We have Smoky, Amazonite, Regular Star, and Abundance. It's like, yeah, this person could have all the abundance in the world, but that wouldn't make them happy like your love does. We have Sunstone, Sacral Chakra, and Deep Knowing. It's almost like this emotion they have towards you takes their breath away every time they gaze at you, because they never thought they'd have this capacity to feel so much emotions for one person. And with Sunstone here, it's like you bring so much happiness and joy and vibrancy into their life. And there's just this deep knowing, like, I want to be with you. I want to put my focus on you with fluorite here. And with introspection, it almost feels like, now I'm hearing the song, I was made for loving you, baby, you were made for loving me. I heard it in the beginning of your reading, but then I forgot to mention it, but then Spirit played it again for me in my mind. So there's definitely something there. With introspection, it's like the more they're with you, the more they feel like themselves. I don't know how to explain that, but that's what I'm seeing. But they also get to know themselves more the more they're with you. So the more they, put their focus on you and getting to know you as a person, the more they start to get to know themselves too. Then we have Moss, Agate, Heart Chakra, and Intention. They know that you just have good intentions towards them and you just want the best for them and you love them from this very divine place, because we have divine love at the back of the deck. They sort of feel like you're a soulmate to them, or like I said with that song, I was made for loving you, you were made for loving me. It kind of feels like they see you a little bit like a soulmate. And the thought that they they have this is just so surreal that they don't even know how to accept it. It baffles their mind and it takes their breath away every time they gaze at you. So this is your reading, pile number 2. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this blue Howlite crystal in the Strong Woman, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how you take their breath away when they gaze at you for the person on your mind. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please consider hitting the subscribe button if you like tarot content and if you want to stay up to date with what I post daily. I want to say please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. So I'm going to start out with a few cards from the Britney Spears article, maybe like 2. And after that, we'll take a look at your tarot cards. And then after that, we'll have some more oracle cards for you. But I just want to let you know what I'm feeling from this energy, from this pile so far is, like, when I got to the energy of this pile, I felt very excited in some way. You know when you get nervous because you're excited for something big and you can't sleep all night, and it's like you're so excited that you can't sleep, that you just have so much energy that you just feel jittery, like you've drank 100 cups of coffees. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it's like I got that feeling of like I'm amped up, I'm excited for like the future and what things hold as I'm in your person's energy. So I feel like this person's excited every time they see you. They just get excited and all amped up in some way like no other. And when they wake up in the mornings and they think of you, it sort of gives them a reason to wake up every day. Not in a way of like not having a reason to live, but they have reason to live even before they met you, but I mean, like, you give them something to be excited about every day. Just seeing you, hearing your voice, whatever it is, Also, the communication between the two of you, because blue relates to the throat chakra. So, the communication between the two of you gets them all excited. Like, they love to talk to you, even if it's just on the phone for some of you, or, on a call, video call, or in person. They love to talk to you and communicate to you. And something about that takes their breath away because they just get so excited that it just feels like this very happy feeling, but nervous at the same time in a good way. So, how they take the person on their mind's breath away when they gaze at pile 3. So, we have the schoolgirl. I'm not taking this in a literal sense because that's weird, but um, I take this as maybe you're the type of person that has a very youthful energy. Maybe you make this person feel like a kid again, and they bring that out in you, like that inner child energy. But maybe there's also this energy where you love to learn about new things. You love to, like, you're very curious as a person. You love to learn, and you are a seeker of knowledge. Because of that, that takes their breath away. Every time they hear you speak and hear how smart you are, how wise you are, that takes their breath away because it's like, ooh, my baby's so smart. Like, it's that sense of proudness this person feels for you, you know? Also, with the strong woman here, regardless of your gender, even if you're a man or non binary watching, there could be this feeling of you being extremely strong and resilient. You've gone through a lot in life. Maybe this also has to do with your younger years, your childhood. Like, you've gone through a lot, but you've overcome a lot. You're strong. I'm seeing you've been under pressure a lot of times within your life where you thought you wouldn't be able to get through that moment, but under that pressure you became a diamond, and now everybody can see how much that diamond that you are shines. So we have the professional. There's something you're doing within your career or within your studies that this person admires. Like, you're succeeding in some way, or you have the potential to succeed in some way. And something about that inspires this person. They admire it, they're proud of you. That takes their breath away when they gaze at you. Okay? And you really want to be abundant or successful in some way, and you have that drive and that passion. So that is something that really takes their breath away when they gaze at you. So, do you know what I'm getting from these 3 card combination colors? They kind of remind me of those cookies. The ones, I don't know if this is all over the world, but there's like those cookies with blue, with pink, with green. I ate those in school, like when I was still a kid. So there's something very sweet and delicious about you, like not just in a sensual way, but like it's like you're sweet, like sugar, like candy, like cookies. I just saw the angel number 222. This person feels like they were meant to cross paths with you, like they met you for a reason. And also, the thought of that when they gaze at you takes their breath away. And it also gives them these spiritual goosebumps of like, I wonder what our purpose is together, why we met each other, what we're here to do for each other, what our purpose of our connection is, because it just feels like so synchronistic, like I was meant to cross paths with you. And that's what I feel from your person's energy. We have the 2 of Cups. The amount of love they feel for you and the amount of love you have for them, where you just pour into each other, takes their breath away in some way. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And not just the love, but how consistent it is. It's like day in, day out, that love is consistent. You're constantly showing that love and that sweetness to this person, and it's like it's never a thing of like them doubting you or them ever thinking you won't ever show them that love, because you're consistent with it. And I feel for a lot of you watching this pile, you've been in this connection for some time, for a long time now. and you've built a stable foundation together, Eight of Pentacles. Yes, there are maybe some things to work through or heal in the connection, some things to work on. Your connection isn't perfect, but this person feels really amazing at the fact that they have to be with, what am I saying? This person feels amazing at the fact that they get to be with you, and they just feel very excited about the future, possibilities and what could come of this. We have the Three of Wands. So yes, they definitely see a future with you. They definitely want to make plans for the future. They see your connection as being so strong. It can even outlast the challenges you have together, the things you maybe need to work on together within your connection. We have the Eight of Wands. So this person just wants to almost like go towards you with no doubt in their mind, no fear in their mind of what could happen. This is just something they want to go towards, and they're pretty excited about that. Do you know what Spirit is showing me? Somebody going to a race as I look at this card, like an athletic race as an example, and they're like, I'm going to win this race, I'm going to win, and then they win. So it's kind of like, we're going to win together in our connection. I see them thinking that and then just going for it. Okay, we have the Five of Swords. We have the Six of Cups in the reverse and Death. I see that this person might have experienced betrayal in a past connection, and although they've let go of that past connection, it was very hard to let go of the pain that person put onto them, that betrayal trauma that person has put onto them. But it sort of feels with Chiron here, this is the wounded healer, you are healing their betrayal wound in a way by being so trustworthy, where they never doubt your intentions towards them. They never doubt the fact that this love feels real. Okay? Next we have the Lovers, and we have the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. So this person can see a sense of longevity within your connection. That really takes their breath away. The fact that you're so kind and caring, and you have such a big heart. You're so graceful. Again, this person feels like they met you for a reason, and they feel like you're perfect for them in some way. I'm hearing like it just feels like this person thinks it's very rare to find a person with such a big heart like yours. Thinks it's so rare to find somebody so loyal like you know, so generous, so kind, and all those qualities you have take their breath away, but also make them feel like they can see a future with you. They can see themselves living a life with you. And like I said earlier, they are excited to see where that leads them within your connection in the future. They also feel this deep emotional bond to you. And the love that you give them feels pure in some way. You almost remind them of a deer, like very gentle and pure, like you couldn't hurt a fly. And with the Ten of Pentacles, there is a sense of potential here for longevity in your connection that this person does see. And they also feel secure with you. They feel like they can trust you fully. So how do they take this person's breath away? We have tangerine quartz with solar plexus chakra and Shakti. I don't know how long this reading actually has been. It feels like I've done it for so short, but it feels like I haven't given that much messages. I don't know what this is. I don't know if I'm experiencing like this feeling of this person when they're with you, maybe. Because I almost feel like maybe I didn't time myself correctly with this reading, and I have no idea how long this pile is. But I feel like this pile has been so short, but I've also said so much. I don't know how to explain it. It's like this feeling of like I'm in this time warp where I don't know what time it is. Maybe this person feels like that with you. Like, let's say you have conversations together and it's 2 hours, but it only felt short, like 20 minutes, you know? And it kind of feels a little bit confusing when you come out of that. Like, there's something very trippy about your connection where it's like this person loses their sense of time when they're with you. Let's say you spend 5 days together or 3 days together, and it's like, what day is it? Oh, it's already Sunday? What? Like, how did the time go by? It's kind of like that saying, when you're having fun, time just flies past or flies by. And this is how this person feels when they're with you. So whenever they gaze at you and they're like, oh gosh, like it's already Sunday or it's already been 2 hours, like it didn't feel like that. And that takes their breath away in some way because it feels very trippy. Yeah, Spirit is describing it like, when you take a nap and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna take a nap for 20 minutes, and then you wake up, you start napping at 2 p.m. and you wake up at 8 o'clock at night. It's like, what? Where did the time go? I'm seeing that type of energy. With the solar plexus chakra being here, you make this person feel more confident within themselves. You make them feel like they're on top of the world in some way. And you also make them feel good enough. I think that, with this person's betrayal trauma, if they have been betrayed in the past, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic connection, but just feeling a sense of feeling like they can't trust the people around them. They never felt good enough. They always felt like, for example, if somebody cheated on them in the past, maybe they always felt like, is this person going to leave me or cheat on me with someone better looking or someone like this? Or, are they just going to leave me? Am I not good enough? But you never make them ever feel like they're not good enough. You actually make them feel like they're good enough even in times when they don't feel like it. And they want to do the same for you in return. Whenever they're with you, they feel full of life force energy and they feel like instantly recharged. And it's not a feeling of like zapping your energy or what does zapping mean? I don't know why I said that word, but it's more like, it's not a feeling of like an energy vampire type of thing, like I'm draining your energy, but it's more of a feeling of like the more you two are around each other, the more energized you get. So let's say this person had a really draining day at work and they're so tired and they come home, but they spend time with you, and then it's like you boost their energy levels and now they feel energetic again, and they get the sort of, what is that thing cats get when they run around, like, or dogs get when they run around? They feel like they have the zoomies. They feel like they have so much energy around you. Certain people are draining to them, but around you, they feel like you just give them life force energy. You breathe life into them, and it just feels like they're on top of the world, like very powerful around you, but not in a egotistical way, but you just make them feel good enough. You also make them feel very happy and playful, and that takes their breath away in some way. And they can also see how the connection is transformed over time and how you and they have transformed over time. Both of you have had difficult lives and upbringings, but you've grown and transformed in a way where you're both strong and, showing each other that strength in a way that both of you've had difficult upbringings, but you've survived it together. Well, not together individually, and now you're together. And now you don't have to be strong anymore. You can sort of be gentle with each other. It's like we don't have to be strong and survive and have this guard up, but we can actually thrive now and just be and not be in survival mode. I hope that makes sense. We have pink amethyst, soul star chakra, and divine love. So this person feels like this is a divine love. They feel like this is more than just a relationship. It feels like a spiritual type of love in some way. And we have peach selenite with universal chakra and insight. So maybe this person's spirit guides have almost shown this person that this is a spiritual connection, a soul connection in some way. I feel like this person's guides have tried to communicate with this person either through signs, dreams, synchronicities, whatever it is, that you are having some kind of deeper soul connection. whether it be like a soulmate connection or something else. It's just deeper than that. And I guess the love just takes their breath away. And the fact that it's so healthy, the fact that it's so fulfilling to their soul, they don't even need to ask anybody for advice. You know, like I'm seeing them almost think to themselves, if I had to marry this person, I'm not even going to go to people and ask them, should I marry this person? Like, I already know, if I want to buy them this for Christmas or for their birthday or whatever it is, like, I'm going to buy it for them. I'm not going to ask anybody for advice. It's kind of like that energy where it's like, I don't really need anybody else's opinion on this connection. My opinion is that this is working and I like what we have and I want more of it. So it's like they're not even questioning it or doubting it with you. And that also takes their breath away. And I feel like when you're in group settings, like let's say you're around friends of your own and they're around friends of their own, or vice versa, and it's like you're all together, it's like you even thrive in group settings. I don't know how to explain that, but you thrive in group settings as well, not just with the two of you alone. And whenever you two do encounter conflict or disagreements, you're always able to clear that very quickly. There's never like bad fights between the two of you or anything like that, where it's like you can't come back past that. I don't see that in your connection. That takes their breath away at the fact that it is so healthy, where it's like it feels good for them in some way, good for their mental health, and they never thought they'd have something like this. So that takes their breath away, when they gaze at you. So this is what I have for you, pile 3. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. By the way, I'm seeing Kali's energy. She may be around some of you. Yeah, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Then I'll see you next time.